Hi, I'm Executive Senior Sales Director Judith Cotton with Mary Kay, and I'm so thankful that you're tuning in to this training video. I'm not sure if you are in my unit or my future area, or maybe someone forwarded you to this video to get some training on how to get your business up and running. Just a little bit of background on me before I begin. I have been in Mary Kay as of the time of taping for almost 23 years. I joined in November of 1988. And I came into Mary Kay to make a little bit of extra cash, never dreaming that I would run with it and make it my full-time career. My background is business. I got my business degree from Bowling Green State University here in Ohio, and I came out, worked directly for Xerox. I literally started the day after I graduated, spent about 5 years there and a little over a year, maybe 2, with Johnson & Johnson, also in the marketing department there. And when I got pregnant with my first child, I thought, gosh, this will be great. I can take 6 weeks off and be home with her. I thought that was a long time. And of course, when I got into it, I realized, oh my gosh, I think I would like to be home. I don't want to work. Like, who really does when they first have a baby? But I'm not saying that's what everyone should do, but that was the decision that we made, was that I wanted to stay home, and my husband supported that. But that put us in a position very quickly where we had more month than money. So what I did in that time was I evaluated all sorts of ways that I might be able to make some extra cash to tide us over. And about 6 months into that process, the woman across the street had a skincare party. A Mary Kay party, if you will. Honestly, I didn't care if it was a mud party. I'd have gone. I just needed to get out of the house. I needed some adult conversation. My house was spotlessly clean. I'd been home nursing a baby. I just needed food, fun, and friends, and that's why I went. Blistex and mascara was a big night out in the town for me at that time. I'm a tomboy, a tent camping, horseback riding, motorcycle racing tomboy to the nth degree. And so that was a real stretch to go to a makeup party. But I went for food and fun, and when I got there, the woman showed up in a pink Cadillac, like I would ever drive one of those, oh my goodness, and came in, and she was tall and beautiful and poised and put together and all the things that I really truly was not. So, you know, I kind of didn't like her right from the get-go, but I sat through the party at the end of the table with my arms crossed like this and an attitude, and I did what she told me: put that on, take that off, put that on, take that off. And in the end of about 45 minutes, I was doing this, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love the feel of this product. And the hostess encouraged me, you know, this product has a 100% satisfaction guarantee. You really should try it. You've always complained about your skin. Plus, I went through a windshield in 1973, so I have a lot of facial scarring and things like that to cover in addition. She's like, you really should try it. So I bought the skincare with 2 post-dated checks, and the woman doing that party asked me a very smart question that day. She said, Judith, would you be open to just hearing some information about how this company works? And I can honestly tell you, I only listened because I didn't want to appear closed-minded. I wasn't going to sell lipstick, for Pete's sakes. I had a corporate background and 6 years corporate marketing experience, a great resume. If I was going to go back to work, I could go do that. Why would I peddle lipstick? But I didn't want to appear closed-minded, so I said, sure, come on over. She came over in the next day or two, and she gave me some information about the company. Well, I had no intention of doing this, so I kind of heard her like Charlie Brown's teacher. You know how she sounded? Wah, 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 wah. And I'm thinking, when will she be done? And bye-bye. And she went through this little book she had, and she kept flipping pages and talking, and I smiled and nodded and thought, when will we be done? And she got to the end of her book, and had a copy of her paycheck in that book at the very end. And her paycheck at that time, now this was November of 1988, was somewhere in the range of $6,500 to $6,800, $6,500 approximately for 1 month. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. She was a former school teacher. She was now not teaching. She's home with 2 preschool children that I could hear in the background when she called me. She was there to put her older child on and off the bus, and this is the kind of income she's making. To be honest, I'm a total skeptic. I didn't believe anything she said. I especially didn't believe that check was real. And I said, you know, thanks, but no thanks, and I sent her on her way. Then I went to the library, because this is November of 1988, so there was no internet to look up on. I went to the library and I looked on microfiche, and I found everything I could find on Mary Kay so that I could prove that this woman was just sending these poor unsuspecting housewives up the creek. And everything I found on the company just got me more intrigued with it. I'm like, okay, the company was founded in 1963 on the concept of faith first, family second, and career third. That's unusual. God first, family second, career third. What corporation says that? founded on the golden rule, do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. The business plan was taught at Harvard University. Really? The more I looked, the more credibility the company had and the more intrigued I got. Creating female millionaires, paying women what they're worth, having a goal of enriching women's lives. Seriously, this cannot be real. The more I looked at it, the more interested I got, and I thought, you know, what the heck? Since I can try this without any financial risk, why not try it? And if it works, great, and if it doesn't, at least I know I gave it a fair shot. And that's really why I joined Mary Kay in November of '88. And I came in looking for the catch. It's been almost 23 years. I'm still looking. I'm pretty convinced there isn't one. And I've done this a little. I've done it a lot. I've done it not at all. I've moved 4 times to different locations. But since we have no territories, I've been able to keep those customers and keep the people that I've added to my team as well during those moves. That little 6-month-old baby's now 23 and finishing up at Cleveland State as an art education student. And then I added on my son Dale, who's 20, at OU in sports management. He's a junior there. And then I also have a 14-year-old daughter who's a freshman drummer in the Amherst Marching Band here. So I've kind of got the gamut and have built and added those children through the years. And my motivating factor, honestly, when I started to really pick up my Mary Kay business and run with it, was a school bus. I had a school bus on my fridge, and every time I look at it, I think, you know, this may not be what everyone wants to do, but I want to put my kids on the school bus, and I want to be there when they get off. And this could be my avenue to do this. And so that gives me goosebumps. They're just standing on end. So that's really why I started building this, because of a passion of wanting to be there. And what I have found as a side benefit along the way is it's allowed me to be everywhere I need to be when I need to be there. And you know, as women, we're the nurturers. We are the ones that step up to the plate when someone in the family is ill, when we lost my father-in-law to cancer, when we lost my mother's husband, the things that have happened throughout life. It's allowed me to be where I need to be when I need to be there without anyone's permission and still build to an executive income. It's published information. My highest paycheck in 1 month has been a little over $9,700. And on top of that is my personal sales, all the fun jewelry. Oh my gosh, like everything I have on except for this, I won from Mary Kay. It's crazy, all the fun real diamonds and gold they give you. The cars, I've earned 12 cars. I've been driving free since 1991 and they pay 85% of my car insurance. Seriously? That's like a college education times 2 right there if you add that all up. The self-esteem and the self-confidence, the person you become in the process is amazing. It has softened me, kind of taken that corporate out and helped me to realize that it's all about relationships and connecting with people and valuing people, and that our job here at Mary Kay truly is to enrich women's lives. That's our mission statement, and that's what we do. And we do that either by pampering a woman and making her feel better about herself and her appearance sitting trying the product, or they may then choose to become part of the company, and when they do that, we are fostering and empowering them, developing in them an ability to do beyond maybe what they thought they could do, moving them towards financial security, towards that sense of achievement, towards a sense of purpose where they feel like they can impact and enrich the lives of other women as well. So this is my passion. I wake up every day wishing there were more hours that I could work. I have to convince myself not to work. I want to tell you, I don't think I'm a workaholic. I never was a workaholic when I worked for Xerox or Johnson & Johnson. I couldn't wait for work to be done, and I didn't want to do any work when I was off work, and I was counting the days down to vacation. So I really don't think I'm a workaholic as much as I am passionate about what I'm doing, because it touches lives and impacts women, and there's constant paychecks of the heart as you see lives being changed, and you're reaching out and working with women either on their appearance or helping them to build a successful business that they can stand proudly over and say, look what I was able to do. So it is a pleasure to be able to share with you some founding things that you need to do, some baseline principles that you need to do from the beginning to make your business what you want it to be. And that really is the key. I really believe that my unit, which is a top unit in Mary Kay, we have constantly been in the top 10 of our national area of over 100 units. We have achieved national recognition for unit clubs marketing over 300,000 retail, over 400,000 retail, and our highest year being over 527,000 retail as a group. we are a top unit in a top national area. Kathy Halou is our national sales director. She's one of the top 3 nationals in the nation out of well over 300. So you've kind of landed yourself on a Super Bowl team. But the good news is you don't have to play in the Super Bowl if you don't want to. You can. I would love for you to. I love people that want to run with me. But if you're just here to get your products at a discount, that's great. If you want to service, you can be on the Family and Friends program and just service a few family and friends and order once a year, $200. That's great. I will love you right where you are and never try to get you to move beyond what you want. Just make sure that you're clear with me as to what you want, because I work with people based on what they are telling me that they want to do. So part of the goal here is that when we get done with this today, yes, cats could be going through at any time. I have two. The part of my goal here is that when we get done today is that you will pick up the phone and call my office. My toll-free number is 888-337-7546, or you can call me at 985-3900. That's area code 440-985-3900 if you would prefer. That will bring you into my office and let me know what you would like to do in your Mary Kay business, whether it's the Family and Friends program, you want to make $100 a day, or you want to make $100 a month, or your goal is to replace a 6-figure income. All those things are frequently done in Mary Kay, so it really just depends on what you want. So make sure that you kind of think as I go through this, what do I want and how much time am I willing to put in? And if you will communicate that with me, then I can do a much better job at coaching you on how to do that. Okay, so keep that in mind as we kind of proceed through here. All right, so, oh my gosh, Judith, I got a packet in the mail. If you haven't, you're going to, if you're in my unit. I'm getting emails. Who is Kathy Halou? Kathy Halou is your national area, or national sales director. Coming from my office, obviously, it's going to say Judith Cotton. You may feel like you're getting a lot of information. Again, that's just because you're on a Super Bowl team. If you're just here for personal use, feel free. You could block Kathy Halou off of your email sender. You can even block me if you want to. I'm okay with that. And on the bottom of my emails, it says unsubscribe, and you can reply and do that too if you don't want that information. But we put a lot out there. Of course, it's free training for you to help motivate, inspire, let you know about new product information. I really think it would be smarter, even if you're just personal use, to take a quick glance at the subject line and what comes through. If it doesn't look like it applies to you, delete it. And if it does, you can drop it in a Mary Kay folder, set up an email folder, drop it in there and look at it at your leisure, when you're ready to do that, because there's a lot of great information there. In the welcome packet that you got, it should have come to you in a manila envelope looking something like this. And in that welcome packet, there is some information, and there's also a CD, and I'm going to walk you through that in just a minute. But before we do that, I want to just share with you why you might want to think about building this and where it might take you, and how we do that. So I'm going to give you the global picture first, and then I'm going to come in and give you the narrow how-tos. The big picture. In Mary Kay, we do 2 things. We build a customer base and we build a team. The bigger your customer base and the bigger your team, the bigger your paycheck, the bigger your diamonds, the nicer your cars that you drive. And so it all starts with building that customer base. I really try to encourage people to get in the habit of 100, thinking 100, building to 100 customers. Think about that. At a snail's pace, if you added 1 customer a week, you would have 100 customers in 2 years. Want to move a little faster? 2 customers a week. That would give you 100 customers at the end of 1 year. And 100 customers is very likely to bring you someplace between $6,000 and $8,000 a year income on reorder alone. Because don't forget, we sell a consumable product. It's like bread, butter, sugar, and milk. So when they run out, the sound of water at the end of the day makes me so happy. I hear that running water and I think, all my customers are pouring my product down the drain. Yay, they're going to need more soon. And they're going to call me. Yay! So the work that you do to build those customers, you sit down and facial a woman, it's going to take you about an hour. If you do a party with 3 to 6 women, that's going to take you about 2 hours. And you're going to make half. That facial is going to run anywhere from $50 to $150. And that party's initially going to run between $150 and maybe $400. And that takes a couple hours and you make half. So you're making a great hourly rate, $20, $30, $40, $50 an hour right out of the gates, which is fabulous. But the plus is that now they're on the product and they become very addicted to the product because nothing makes your face feel like Mary Kay feel. It makes your face feel. That's why we're the #1 filling brand. That's why we got the Good Housekeeping seal of approval. And once they try it, they want to stay on it. A woman is extremely loyal to her skincare routine and her foundation. And those things Mary Kay has nailed. They are the best of the best of the best. So as you start to build that customer base through washing faces, one-on-one, single facial, one-on-two, double facial, or a party with 3 to 6 women, or by bringing guests to local events in your area or here if you're local to me, you start to build that customer file. And hopefully you build a big, fat customer file that this is half of mine. And so these are in here A to Z, and this takes you A through K. The second case is just as full and just as heavy, all full of customers and all full of sales tickets. It's very fun. These are the ones that are on end are people that I owe follow-up to. So I'll just grab one here. It's very fun to realize how long customers buy from you over and over and over and over and over. How fun is it? Ticket after ticket after ticket, because they become addicted to this product. So you want to start, and when you first start, your customer file is going to be really slim because you have a sales ticket. You have a profile card that looks like this, with maybe one sales ticket stapled to the back of it. That's how I started. I simply stapled the sales ticket to the back of the profile card in the upper hand corner. And then when it got ridiculous because they got too fat, that's when I went to this little envelope system where I took the profile card and actually stapled it to the front of an envelope, cut the end off so I could fit more tickets in it. But how fun would it be to get down the road and have a big fat customer file like this, knowing that that's going to bring you ongoing income, whether you're there or not, because you've already built that foundation. Your customers are your future financial security. They keep buying and buying. They refer people to you as long as you give good service, and these are liquid gold in your hands. So it's very smart to always know, how many customers do I have? When I was a building consultant, as the ones who started on the basic skincare set, which is cleanser, moisturizer, and foundation, or the Miracle set, which adds on the day-night solution, I put a blue, because I thought blue basic. I put a blue paper clip on their little profile card, and that helped me to quickly glance and see how many basic skincare customers do I have? How good a job am I doing at building a solid customer base full of people using our basic skincare, because that's our primary source of income. So being that is the goal, the way to that goal is to do faces and wash those faces. Now, as you're doing those faces, you want to work your business the way Mary Kay teaches, and you're going to get so much training if you want it, and it's all free. This is Kathy Hallou's Skincare Class Live CD. This came in your welcome packet. I recommend you listen to this like a gajillion times. She is amazing when it comes to teaching how to present the skincare. You will learn a ton about product, and you'll learn a ton about how to do a fabulous party. It really is all about the connection with the people and just getting them through the product and sharing your passion about the product. Because really selling, women love to buy, but they hate to be sold. Selling is a transference of belief. It's, oh my gosh, I love to use my eye cream. My favorite product is the night solution because I can't believe the way it makes my face feel. Whatever you need to say that is true and from your heart about what you love, the people in front of you do want to know. They ask me all the time, what is your favorite product? What is it that you can't live without? Tell them what you love about the product as you're presenting it. And truly, I've had people come in. We had one at meeting last night, $650 in sales last week. Her name's Beth. She's in the Stacy Murray unit. And she came in 9 days into the company, works a full-time job, $650 in sales. Well, how did she do that? She can't know much. I mean, she's been in for 9 days. It's sheer passion and enthusiasm. And as she puts it, I just love this product. And that's pretty much how she says it. I just love this product. So you kind of have to let that passionate side come out where you're sharing what you love and why, and then it's a transference of your belief. If you believe in the product, the sale will be a natural thing for you. This is going to teach you about the product, teach you an order to take them through when you do a facial or a party. And the great news is when you do your first facial or your first party, they have absolutely no idea what you're supposed to do. None. They don't know what you're supposed to do. You could make a million mistakes. They're unlikely to know unless you choose to draw attention to it. And it's really way more about fun and getting the product on them. If you can get that product on them and have fun with it, you're going to sell product regardless of how you do it. So it's more about doing the right things with a great attitude than it is about trying to do everything right. You kind of have to be willing in the beginning to go out there and make a whole bunch of mistakes. The more mistakes you make in the beginning, the more money you're going to make. Don't worry so much about doing things right as doing the right things, which is putting product on faces. And you can just follow right along. I even give you in my training materials a little chart that you can follow that tells you exactly what to say when you go to your parties, and we're going to get there. So at those parties, as you're going to hear on Kathy's CD, she takes a minute to tell her I story. And what is an I story? That's your story. That's what you did before Mary Kay. That's what you do now, if you still do that. What made you join Mary Kay? Why did you join? What are you loving about it, and where are you going with it? You know, you could start out right at your very first appointment saying, I am so excited because I'm in the process of winning my first car. Because you are. If you want to win a car, your very first face puts you in the process of winning your first car. 10,000 other women have won free cars. I've completely lost count in my unit and in the units that I have developed within my group. I have completely lost count of how many cars there are. I know it's at least 20, but I don't know. They win, and every 2 years we get a new one. I've won 12 myself. You lose count. If all those women, 10,000 women, can drive free, you can too if you want to. And we have several women who've earned cars that are driving their Mary Kay car to a full-time job somewhere else. It really just gets down to 2 parties a week and consistently attending a unit meeting, which ends up being 15, 18 hours a week, including phone time, personal appointments, all of that. Why not drive free if Mary Kay's giving cars away, right? Makes sense. Well, how do you get from doing faces to winning a car? Well, when you're doing that appointment, again, as you're going to hear on the CD, you're giving your story, your I story, what you did before, why you joined, what you love, and where you're going. And you're sharing that story with passion from your heart of what you're doing and why you're here. And then you're giving an invitation. I'm always looking for women that would like to maybe make some extra cash, save some money on their own products, or maybe make a lot of extra cash, or maybe even replace your current income. And if that's something you'd be open to hearing some more about, talk to me at the end of class tonight. Just watch what I do. So you're extending that invitation to have them watch what you do. And then at the end, when they are seeing money transferring hands and you're moving all this product, it's a natural next step to then say, have you ever considered doing something for extra cash? I'd love to send you home with some information. And so that is an easy way to start planting those seeds for someone that might want to be on your team. And if they show some interest, if they check on their opinion poll, which I'll show you in a minute, that they are open to hearing more information, you need to let me know right away, along with a little information about her, and we can work together to help build that team through those initial appointments. Okay? So, and then you'll learn how to do that on your own. So we build faces, and we build a customer base, and we build a team by giving company information. And the bigger your customer base and the bigger your team, the bigger your income. So how does that income build through building a team? We are not a pyramid company. We are a dual marketing company. We buy our product for $1, we sell it for $2. And when you have a team member, you earn commission, and it's based on what they order from the company. And when they place a product order to the company sees, oh, Sue Smith is the one who brought them to us, and Sue will get a commission paid out of company profits. It won't affect Sue's new person on her team. She gets a commission paid out of company profits sent directly to her, and the level of that commission goes up the bigger the size of your team. That's why you want to grow a nice big customer base and a nice big team. You start out as a senior consultant with 1 or 2 active. As soon as you are a senior consultant, you are going to earn your senior consultant pin, which looks like this. It's got the one little rhinestone in it, and that signifies that you have 1 person on your team. And as a senior consultant, you are going to be earning a 4% commission check. So that means if your person orders $1,000 in product that month, which is not an unusual amount of product, $2,000, that would be $500 in sales a week. If they ordered $1,000 in product that month, you're going to earn a 4% commission, or $40. That's with 1 or 2 people. As soon as you hit the number 3, you become what's called a red jacket, and you get a special uniform. If you look on your InTouch website, which I'll share with you that website address in just a little bit, if you look on your InTouch website, you'll see pictures of the 3 beautiful red jackets that Mary Kay carries that you don, and you have your own Mary Kay uniform once you have